Hey everyone, as you can see, I am home. I came home late last night. I was supposed to be home at 12 o'clock yesterday afternoon. But oh my God, so much stuff happened in the process of getting me home. As soon as I got discharged, I got into the ambulance transport. Transport wouldn't start. They tried everything in the book to start. They were like, oh, it had been messing up. Click it off and on. I've never known ambulances that they do that, but I guess they do because they ride around everywhere and stuff. So of course they get tired. But I'm so tired. I still got my hospital gown on. I'm so tired. My body is drained. After when I tell y'all this story, y'all gonna know why my body is so drained and back in pain, even more pain than I was when I went to the hospital. And so we sat there for like about 30, 45 minutes trying to crank. They kept trying to stop it, crank it up, stop it, crank it, stop it, crank it up, all that stuff. And then they called dispatch to let them know that something was wrong with it. So dispatch sent the mechanic out there. The mechanic tried to fix it, tried to jump it, tried to do whatever. Nothing happened. Meantime, the whole time this is happening, I'm laying in the back on the stretcher. The stretcher's little rail thing is poking the heck out of me on my left side of my thigh, leading to my leg. Didn't expect to be in it that long, so that's why it's poking me like that. My right leg is starting to get numb because being in that clothes, because mind you, my legs with the lymphedema so long, so they have to, like belt those up, just like they have to belt your top up, they have to belt those up too. Okay, so we sat there for that, and then I sat there a little bit longer because one of the, I guess the top people in the company came out there then, try to figure out what's going on. So they sat out there about another 20 minutes while I'm sitting in this truck to try to figure out what's going on, what they're gonna do. So they have no choice but to take me back inside of the hospital. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go back up to the room or something like that till they figure something out. But then they said that they probably gonna have to call another transport because the other vehicle that the other transport that they have, which is bariatric, which I need, that one is already broke and being serviced. So I'm like, this they can't get any better, get it. And so then I went upstairs. Went to the ER first. Went to the ER first because that's the protocol. You go to the ER first. ER ER was booked. ER was packed, like packed to the capacity packed. And so ER was like, they called somebody and they was like, take her back up to the room that she just came from. So we did that, trotted right back down to the room. I feel like I done seen all ins and outs of Tampa General yesterday that I thought that I never had seen. I seen them yesterday. So we trotted back down to the 8th floor where I was on, and guess what? My room already took it. There's so many people in ER, they didn't know that my room was already took. They didn't look about it. They didn't look it up. They just said take her back to the room she came from. My room was already taken. The bed that I used, it was already out of there. My regular bed was in there. So it was nothing that it, and the floor was full to capacity. So it's not like they could put me in another room on that certain floor. No, it wouldn't work that way. So the ER packed and my room is full. So in order to get a room, I have to get readmitted again, which who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. So we had to go out and wait and see if another vehicle was gonna come, and they were gonna try to put me in there manually instead of the machine that they used to put me in, to be safe. So we waited on that. That never came. We waited on that, and then it finally came. Maybe like we waited for like an hour. So that's another hour of me being in the stretcher. So now we down to about, I think we down to about 3 hours now, me being in the stretcher. About 2.5, 3 hours. So we get that vehicle. When we get that vehicle and everybody gets to go on to load me in that vehicle, guess what happens? Right in mid-air, um, right in mid-air, sorry, I had got an alert from YouTube. Right in mid-air, the thing, um, the gate thing lodges. So therefore, my leg and thighs are being punctured more. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to, y'all. I swear I couldn't. And so I was like, oh my God. Like, everything started hurting me. My back started hurting me. My leg. Everything was hurting me. Everything. Literally everything. So I was just like, oh my God. So they were like, well, we have to call fire rescue to assist us. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, because they equipped for this. Cool, okay. So we called them. One of their vehicles, no, before we called them, another transport was coming because they had bariatric too, but they were assisting someone in another county with their bariatric. So they wouldn't be back down to Tampa to 10 o'clock last night, which, mind you, it probably was about 4, it probably was like by 4:30. So when it did that, then we waited for, since they said 10 o'clock, so then we waited for the fire rescue. Fire rescue was occupied at the moment, so we had to wait until they got unoccupied. They said they would be there within about 30 or 40 minutes. Turned into almost 2 hours, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Mind you, the whole time, we're outside. I'm outside. In pain. And I could feel it. I like my back wasn't comfortable because I'm halfway up in there. So no, I wasn't comfortable. So then fire rescue came. They assisted on getting me onto their stretcher. As soon as I got on that stretcher, it started raining. Hadn't rained all that time, but it started raining. So when we get here to my house, it starts raining more. Because I'm on another side of town, so it's already raining hard here. So we proceed to get me out and get me in the house. And I have had the most horrible night's sleep ever because my legs and thighs are in so much pain. Like, I feel like I have to go back to the hospital to get right because I can't be right like this. It's like something happened during that 5.5, 6 hours of laying on that stretcher and then laying mid-air. My body is not right. My body hurts. My back, sorry, I had to position myself again. My body hurts. I'm like, I'm hurting more. I did not hurt this bad when I went into the hospital. I had the wound, but I was hurting, but not this bad as I'm hurting right at this moment. Like, it's terrible. And I'm like, Zelda, something was busy yesterday. I ain't gonna say it was nothing. I ain't gonna say it was the devil now, but something was busy yesterday in the midst of the air that would not let God's child come home safely. I'm just hurting. I've been tossing, turning, trying to toss and turn all night. Every time I turn, I'm like, I get stiff. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. I know I have to go back because I'm not feeling comfortable like this, and I hate that I hate this happened because like it's just so crazy. But do all of it. The ambulance driver, the lieutenant, he kept telling me, he was like, he just kept saying he was so sorry, he was so sorry. He was like, but you know what? I have to say, I could tell you are blessed because you are the most patient person I have ever met in my life. Because all you keep saying is, things happen. We have no control over it. Things happen. Which is true. Things happen. Cars mess up. Things happen all the time. It gets delays all the time. So we have no control over what happens. We don't. We don't. So I just had to come to y'all and share this video with y'all. I'm gonna update y'all. The next update y'all might get, I might be in the hospital because I literally am in the worst pain. My pain is beyond a 10 right now. And I'm really, really hurting. So in the next video y'all might get, I might be, unfortunately, back in the hospital. And I hate that. I hate that with a passion. I really, really do. I hate that. But I have no control over it because I cannot be comfortable at home like this. I can't. There's no way possible. This is more pain than I be in usually at home. I can't be in over a 10 at home. It's just terrible. Okay, guys, fam bam. I'll be back with another video, to update you all. Be blessed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with any and everyone. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. Be blessed.